Hi, this is Nadia from Auroville Radio TV. We are here in Cripa, in Kalabumi community, and so we're here with Marco and Suryamai. Could you tell us how old is Auroville Choir?
Well, for me it's only 6 years old, but I think the choir is, more than 10 years, 12 years, something like that.
I can tell you that I'm 30 years old, and I remember being part of the youth choir probably from the age of 14 or so, and there was already an Auroville choir then, so that's at least 15 years, probably even more.
And how many people are you singing?
50 people, 35 women and 15 men, more or less. Then people coming and going constantly. So.
I see. So people coming and going means that is it not only open for Aurovillians but also for newcomers, guests or volunteers?
For example, this particular year we have 2 volunteers that are joining us. They're long-term volunteers. We have one young man and one young woman that have joined us for this particular performance. Because it's the 50th anniversary, Nuria chose to prepare pieces exclusively by Aurovillian composers. As in past years, we've worked on pieces by other composers. So there's a piece by Anandi, who's actually Nuria's daughter, who's about 25 years old. She's just graduated with her master's in composition, and she prepared a very modern piece, I would say, a cappella, except for some saxophone. It was a collaborative piece between her and somebody else who grew up here. So the other person wrote the words. She's studying theater. And it's very beautiful because, especially for me, because I share this experience of growing up here, which really captures the soundscape of a young person growing up in Auroville. So it's very fun to relive that experience through singing it.
The other done only for choir is the Pushkar piece, and it's a very, let's say, difficult piece for us, because we have to keep these notes for a long time, so it's really demanding. It was really a challenge to go through, but I personally love it. And then there are 2 more composers. One is Matthew, and that is more instrumental piece. And finally, like a cherries on the tart, as we say in Italy, we came in at the end. Then the piece of Holger is very complex, instrumental and voices, and is going through, well, it's using the word of Savitri, and is using some piece that was registered by the mother, so it's quite elaborate.
maybe you may know that Mother was a keyboard player, a harmonium player, and she liked to improvise. And it's generally rather simple what she does. She was not a very professional player. And I always thought it would be very interesting to look into detail here. What does she actually play? But for that one to really understand, you have to really make research. So I transcribed it, every note she played, I wrote down, and then I started orchestrating, giving this melody, adding a flute, adding this, play this with the violin, and so on. And after some time, there were places where I heard some choir, so I added choir, and with the lyrics from Savitri, because she called it Divine Compassion, the improvisation, after she had played it.
So the encore is the Earth Aspiration Chant, which the choir performed also during the water ceremony of Auroville's 50th. And it's a melody composed by the Mother. And from what I know of it, correct me if I'm wrong, Marco, it was a prayer for rain for the earth. And so that was why it was used during the water ceremony. And this particular arrangement is by Nuria. So it's as a canon between the sopranos, altos, and then basses and tenors. So it's her arrangement to the melody of this Earth Aspiration Chant by the Mother.